Hey guys! I am back with another walkthrough video to help you with your work for this week. So this week we have a really fun assignment and it covers inferencing. Inferencing, remember, is when you take everything that you know, your inner knowledge, and the evidence that the text presents you put them together, and then you're able to make an inference from that clues and text evidence. So this week you have a case to solve. I guess you're kind of like a detective, and it's called the case of the missing donuts. So as you can see, I'm sharing with you my crime notes here. There's been a huge box of donuts that has gone missing at school, and one of the teachers stole it. So you're going to have to try to figure out, based on reading the case files and the documents, who stole the donuts. So the first paper that you'll notice that you have here is the instructions. It says, "Oh no, there's been a terrible crime committed. A bunch of donuts that were meant for the class have gone missing. The police need your help to solve the crime. They've compiled all the information for you to determine the guilty party. As you read, you need to use the information provided to solve the crime." Okay, so remember, an inference is when you can draw a conclusion of something, like I said in the beginning, using your text evidence. So you can see your 3 steps here. Step 1, you read over all the documents. Make sure you look at everything. Don't skip anything because you could miss a clue. Step 2, take notes on what you're thinking and what you're figuring out. You're going to complete a note-taking sheet that'll help you try and figure out who the criminal is. So, step 3, you're going to write out your paragraph explaining which teacher you think committed the crime. And you'll have to provide evidence as to why you think they did it. You can't just say, "Oh, it was Miss Salcedo. She stole the donuts." Why? How do you know? Or, "Oh, it was Mr. Mitchell. He stole the donuts. I know for sure." How do you know? You've got to provide your evidence. Okay. So when you go to your second slide, you'll notice you have a police report. This is the first document to read. Now, the person who actually bought the donuts was Miss Cook. So she is making the claim, that they were stolen. So you'll need to read through her police report. Document 2, this is the note that was left at the crime scene. "Dear Miss Cook, I'm sorry I had to take your donuts. They were just too good to pass up. And they were delicious. No, I promise I'll pay you back. Maybe. Ha ha. You'll never catch me, I'm sure of it. Thanks again, S." Now, don't jump to conclusions because there's lots of teachers who have names that start with an S. Next document. This is document 3. This is your suspect list. So you have suspect 1 is Miss Skiles. Suspect 2 is Miss Anderson. Suspect 3, let me get my little highlighter here. So suspect 1, again, is Miss Skiles. Suspect 2, Miss Anderson. Suspect 3, Miss Salcedo. And suspect 4 is Miss Cook herself. Could she be lying about the donuts? Interesting. So you'll need to read through document 4. This is your witness list. So you have 4 witnesses potentially to the crime. You have Mr. Dennis, the custodian, is witness number 1. Miss Cook making her statement about the donuts. Witness 3 is Miss Hayden, and Witness 4 is Mr. Mitchell. So these guys are all potential, witnesses to the crime. Now, document 5 is important. This is the classroom map. So you're provided with a map of Miss Cook's room. She makes an important note about her doors when she's talking. So make sure you pay very close attention to that. It could help you. So here, this is where you're going to start taking your notes. Your inferences. Remember, double click to type, click 2 times. So right here, you need to start kind of thinking about which teacher could have stolen this work, okay? Stolen this donuts. So if you think it's Mr. Mitchell, you would type Mr. Mitchell, and then you're going to tell me why you think that using background information and your text evidence from all the different police documents. "I think he wasn't just a witness because," and then you start filling it out, okay? Now, I'm not saying, Mr. Mitchell did it, just giving you examples here. He's not even a suspect, by the way. He's just a witness. So Fill in your 3 guesses as to who you think did it and tell me why. Now, this is your detective notes. Really start thinking about, well, it's important that you look at the crime scene note. It's important that you look at the witness statements. Make an inference about Miss Giles, Miss Anderson, Miss Cook, and Miss Salcido. You're going to double click in each box to type out whether or not you think they're guilty or not, giving evidence. Finally, all detectives have to write out a final report. This is not a full page long, but I need to know who did it and why. Include your references, use your text evidence. If you told me here that it was Miss Anderson, then that should match here on your report. It shouldn't be something different. Your report should match your detective notes on who you think stole the donuts, okay? Now, once you're finished with this work, you will notice that your work is over here, okay? All you have to do is click turn in on this work. You don't have to upload anything or anything like and attach anything this week. So make sure all you do is just click turn in. I hope that that's a helpful walkthrough. I can't wait to see if you can figure out who stole the donuts.